Hey everybody. A couple of weeks ago, I had posted a video about the opportunity that had popped up for me and that was recommended to me by some friends about submitting some of my work at the Great Plains 18th Annual Juried Art Exhibit here in Oklahoma at the VPAC, Visual Performing Arts Center. At first, I was kind of reluctant to do it, as always, stepping outside my comfort zone. Something I've been wanting to try, so here's my opportunity. So I submitted 9 pieces with the understanding that this is a juried art gallery, so none of them may be accepted, or all of them might be accepted. You never know. It's just, I guess, what they feel that they want in their exhibit, and that's part of it. I mean, it's an opportunity. So I would have been foolish not to take it on. So anyway, I submitted 9 pieces, and 2 of them were accepted. And of the 2, one of them holds a very special place in my heart. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Probably it is the most meaningful photo that I've ever taken. It is the most emotional photo that I've ever taken. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story out behind it. When Teresa, my wife Teresa, and I, a couple years ago, drove down south to South Texas. We went to a national wildlife refuge, the Anahuac National Wildlife Refuge. We arrived there late in the evening on a Friday night. Anyway, it was on the 30th when we got there. So we didn't really get to see a lot. I mean, we saw some things. It was kind of fun, but we did get up early the next morning, and when we went out, it was miserable. It was foggy. I mean, it was almost unsafe to be driving around. I mean, you could barely see in front of the vehicle. But we were there, so we're gonna drive around a little bit. And as I was driving the loop around Anahuac, the first bird that we come across was this pelican, and we couldn't get around it. It was right there in the middle of the road, as if it was just waiting, for something or someone, because it was not moving. I got out of the vehicle, I set a tripod up, and I'm looking at the photo as I'm speaking to you. I set the tripod up, and I probably took, I don't know, 7,500 shots of it, 75 to 100 shots of it. And I'm like, well, okay, I got plenty. And got back in the vehicle. And as I got in the vehicle, it started to move to the left side of the road. So I was like, all right. And I didn't want to disturb it. And so I started going to the right of it. And it just stayed there. And then we got right up on it. And I took this photo and several more. And I don't know, it was just very accommodating. Now, it didn't dawn on me at that time, and it didn't take long at all. But all of a sudden, I had this memory about my father. When I was a kid, we would go to the Pensacola Beach, the pier, out there on the beach, and brown pelicans were always notorious for hanging out on the railing, waiting for either fishermen to drop fish, or they would steal the fish and take off or whatever. And I remember that I was a kid. I couldn't have been very, very old, 5, 6, 7. But I remember vividly somebody casting and hooking one in the bill. And I remember that my father was involved they caught the pelican and calmed it down, and I remember my father helping remove the hook. As we took off, it flew along the side of the vehicle, and then it flew over in front of us, and then it just disappeared into the fog. And it didn't dawn on me until a little bit later that was it was Saturday. It was my father's birthday, December 31st. And man, it was really emotional, to say the least. Um, yeah, it's it brought back a lot of memories. It is the most meaningful photo that I've ever taken, and I named it Memories because of all the memories that it that that it brought up, and especially the fond one of my experience with my father with a brown pelican. So it's an honor for them to have chosen that one to have in their exhibit. Now you know, and I I'm excited. Can't wait to see it. Up there, and hope you enjoy it. And thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the compliments, all the feedback, and nudging for me to do some of this stuff. It means a lot.